It was very disappointing today to hear Mr. Peter Dutton's comments on Kevin Rudd continuing as Australia's ambassador in the USA. Just have a listen to this.
This is kind of a yes or no question. If you're elected, will you replace Kevin Rudd as ambassador?
It's not a yes or no answer that can be given. We have to have an ambassador who is in our country's best interests. Kevin obviously is an accomplished person as Prime Minister of our country, and if he's the best person for the job, then he should stay in the job. My instinct would be to leave him in the job.
Peter, if that's your instinct about Kevin Rudd staying as ambassador, you've got the wrong instinct. How can Rudd stay on in that position given the former tweets and comments that he's made? We've got to have the best person for Australia in that job, not some political appointee to keep the major parties happy amongst divvying up the lucrative salaries and lucrative ambassadorships around the world. Just have a look at what some of the things that Rudd has said that makes him completely unsuitable for this job and should disqualify him and have Mr. Dutton calling for him to come home immediately. Now, Rudd has tweeted in the past, he's called President Trump the most destructive president in history. Rudd went on, he drags America and democracy through the mud. He thrives on tormenting, not healing division. He abuses Christianity, church, and the Bible to justify violence. That's just one of the things that Rudd said that makes him completely unsuitable to continue as our ambassador. In another tweet, Kevin Rudd said, Donald Trump is a traitor to the West. What rancid treachery. Another one, during a webinar in 2022, he described Trump as incoherent and he said Trump was in love with dictators. And he called Trump, he said, the United States in the past 4 years has been run by a village idiot. Now, how can Rudd possibly have a good relationship with the Trump regime having made those comments before? I'd say never in any time of our history has it been more important that we have an ambassador in the USA that can actually get along well and be, as we say, good mates and have a close relationship with the governing administration. Rudd simply can't have that. We've got billions of dollars of trade at stake. We've got Australian livelihoods, businesses, jobs, income, all being threatened at the moment with a trade relationship with the USA. We need someone in that position as ambassador that can get on and pick the phone up and have discussions with President Trump, maybe have a round of golf with him and have some discussions on the golf course. Kevin Rudd can't do that. He should be recalled immediately. The position of ambassador in the USA should not be some political reward to one of the lackeys that has sort of been part of the two-party Labor-Liberal club for many years. It's estimated that the salary for the US ambassador is somewhere between $300,000 to $560,000 a year. Even though it's not about the money, we need someone in that job that can actually be a good communicator with the Trump administration. And the first thing is they have to be respected by him. Kevin Rudd has disqualified himself. If Albanese put the interests of Australia first, ahead of looking after Labor mates, he would have recalled Rudd immediately. The fact that the Liberal Party won't come out and say Rudd should be recalled immediately is a very, very worrying sign. At the Libertarians, we unambiguously say Kevin Rudd must be recalled immediately. He cannot be effective as an ambassador to this Australia. And perhaps, rather than bring him back to Australia, we could find another country where Kevin could be ambassador. I think Yemen, Afghanistan, or North Korea look nice and would do well to suit Kevin Rudd's talents.
You just never know, do you? You think something is going to be great, and you just can't wait to get it. But don't you hate it when you start to realise it's not what you thought it was? It looked good, It sounded good. But it's all gone sour. It's a lemon. Kevin O'Lemon. One big disappointment.